Alrighty, welcome back to another episode of The Silver Case. Where we last left off was that we basically are still working with, or as Tokio Morishima. We finally find out who the bat truly is and what he has done, and he kind of basically told us stories or information that we need to know about certain things like Inohana to sort of the Slash, I guess, which we haven't really known if the Slash is dead or not. But yeah, basically, Engawa, the character that we met from the first chapter of Placebo, was the one named the Bat. And he's been kind of overwatching us for the client, which is Inohana. And Engawa was going to kill us, or the Bat was going to kill us, but Engawa ended up getting killed first. And we don't know what happens after that. We basically see Tokio driving back home and just, like, sort of out of breath, so who knows? We'll see what happens. Let's continue it. I'm not sure if we'll know how things will be resolved, but I do have a feeling that we're going to be seeing the end of I or AI for this chapter, so we'll see. Red. Nothing. I mean, we're home, so I guess nothing much. He's silent. I feel like we just need to go to the computer and that's it. Silence. I guess because he saw somebody else die in front of him that he was so surprised. To Erika Yukawa, read number 2. Nothing special. I'm stopping all the investigation into Kamui. I'm done. I need to stop right away too. The Bat is dead. He tried to kill me and got killed. The Bat was hired by a syndicate to watch me the whole time. But he got annoyed and decided to kill me. But he wasn't the only one watching me. Someone killed the Bat. Listen, Kamui is too dangerous. Back off. I'll contact you again. I just love how Tokio's like silent throughout the whole thing. Tokio's just like dead silent throughout the whole way through. Erika. Subject, what the fudge? WTF. What the hell are you trying to do? Cutting off the investigation all of a sudden like that? Lady, come on! Literally, we just saw somebody getting murdered in front of us because we were too close to whatever problem that the guy was dealing with. Maybe the client realized that the legit client of Inohana realized that Engawa was actually betraying them anyways, so they had to kill Engawa anyways, so that's probably why Engawa's dead now, or the Bat is dead now, because of the fact that Engawa's a little bit obsessed with Kamui himself. So, to Erika Yukawa, subject, listen. You have no choice but to back away from Kamui. Yeah, because he doesn't want her dead, and he doesn't want her involved either. Silence. Dead silence. Oh, there you go. You listen. Erika, subject, you listen. You need to tell me why we have to back off and what was up with the Bat. Explain. Just tell her that Engawa was the one who's subject. Fine. To Erika Yukawa. This isn't going anywhere. If we can't talk on the phone, then let's go to chat. Yeah, I think it's much more easier to go on chat. Imagine the phone rings. There we go. Refine. I'll be in Skoga. I mean, considering that the Bat is dead, then nobody's gonna get involved anyways in our chat room this time, so... Are you worried about me? I'm fine. Just dead silence to Red right off the bat. On user online start, you enter the chat room. E has entered the chat room. The chat room has been locked. E, Erika. What the fudge? What the fudge? T, Turtle Guy. Or Tokio. The syndicate was bigger than I thought. What kind? No idea, but they kill people over nothing. You said the Bat had been killed. Yeah, right in front of me. He called me out, and he was someone I'd met before. A Kamui believer. Or actually, an Ayame believer. Anyways, he was watching me. but he decided to kill me for personal reasons, to get me out of the way. There was something about Kamui he didn't want found out. I don't understand. Do you have some sort of info on Kamui that's worth getting killed over? He was freaking crazy. I don't know what the fudge his deal was, but he thought I was getting in his way. Maybe you were getting too close to something really big. Maybe. So your quitting here is admitting that you lost. You're just gonna give up now. I almost got killed, you know. I know it's dangerous. I've been prepared for danger since I started this job. It's a journalist's duty to expose what's going on, right? I don't know about that, Erica. If you lose your life, you can't really report anything when you're dead. A journalist? Get the fudge out of here. Am I wrong? I'm no journalist anymore. You're still saying that? You have skills and abilities, why don't you use them properly? Screw all that noise. You're basically just going over what you said 3 years ago when we broke up. Oh, they're just getting into the nitty-gritty of their relationship from the past. I'm saying it because it's true. Fine. I'll tell you everything. This client hired me to look into Kamui. You know that, right? No crap. And that client turned out to be your husband. Yeah, Inohana. What the fudge? But there was more. I knew there was. I got the request via email from your husband, but according to the bat, the client simply used Inohana's name to fool me. The actual client was someone from the syndicate. What the hell's going on? I had thought Inohana was my client, that's why I got you involved. I thought you would act as my shield. Like insurance. I knew that it would be dangerous. The money was too good, so I thought I'd use you as a shield in case Inohana gave me any dangerous orders. What a dick. Yeah, but the client turned out not to be your husband after all, so I'm worried now. This isn't something we can handle on our own. Hold on, in that case, keep using me as a shield. Whoever the client is, if it's dangerous, then we should face it together. No way, I'm gonna disappear for a while. Idiot, why would you do that? I have to. Don't be stupid. You're really dumb. Don't you just disappear. I can't let you. Erica, I've made a decision. I can't believe this. I'm heading over here. Oh, I'm heading over there now. Why? We can't leave things like this. I'm going over there. I'm leaving now. E has left the chat room. I guess she was like super dead worried about Tokio, because I feel like her love for him isn't gone away. She still loves him personally, but it's just a matter of like it's just a matter that she hasn't given up on him, and she wants him to still find his calling kind of thing, his calling card. But in all honesty, I just feel like it's just such a weird thing to do for her, I guess. Window. Silence again. Telephone. Silence. Alright, let's see what Red has to say. Silence. Oh, okay, there she is. I guess we won't be seeing each other for a while. You mean Red? Or Erica? Oh, there's Erica. Pretty as ever. What's with the dead silence? It's so awkward. Liar! You're not thinking of running away, are you? I want you to take my turtle. Just for a while. Turtle? Yeah, Red. Tokio. Please. Fine. Thank you. Wait, is she actually coming in? Oh no, he's just taking. Wait, he just took Red, the turtle tank. He just took the turtle tank, gave it to Erica, and just went back into his room. Oh no, I didn't mean to click on that. That's funny. Transition out. I mean, that seems pretty standard. I think he's scared that the Syndicate's gonna go and kill Tokio in the middle of the night, I think. And that's why he's been kind of worried about things so far. And that's why he's just trying his best to, like, stay awake for a little bit. No! Red is gone! Wait, let me see. Is Red gone, really? Yeah, Red is gone. Okay, so he's just like staying silent. I fear that Tokio will actually die, not because of Ingawa or Inzawa, but because of the fact that the syndicate's gonna come into the door and snipe us out. or use a silencer and kill us out. Why are we checking the computer every time? Oh god. Oh no, this is the this was during the time of the Method Tank. When Method Tank turned off the power. Because Method Tank turned off the power to the whole city, and that was what happened. Both Old Man and Neutral are the ones who turned off the power. So that's considered their attack. So this is what's happening currently. Why it's all in the dark. Don't be afraid. Erica will be here to pick you up soon. Take care. Red. Oh, Red's still with us. Who's this? Who's saying this, actually? Let's go. Okay. Boing! Yeah, it's like the whole ending of the chapter. Bum 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 dum 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 dum. Hikari is coming soon. The silver case. Loveless. I'm sorry, I'm just making this. I'm just making the weird sound effects that comes before they hit the screen for me. Jump. Jump. Alright. Love. Achievement unlocked. Interesting. Why is it called love? That's interesting. Alright. 64%. Hell yes. We're beyond, a little bit beyond the 50% mark now. Alrighty. That's it for this. I'm just kidding. I'm not ending the episode here. I'm just playing around. Yes, so there's no new episodes for Placebo now. But that's because we are now forced to continue with Transmitters to unlock the next Placebo episode. So we're gonna jump into Life Cut in Transmitter. I have no clue what this is all about, but we'll see. Life Cut. Ooh, the background. Oh god, why is Kamui's face again like this? I hate Kamui's face. It's so ugly and scary. And it seems like Tokio's telling us a story again. Interesting. So I felt like it must be important that we went through I to understand what Tokio's doing right now in this particular part, I guess. It was late in the year of 1999, and the impact of Method Tank was already a thing of the past. Fierce winds from a hurricane rocked the shores of the islands. Kamui Urahara suddenly vanished from the hospital where he was in custody, announcing his unexpected recovery. In the A1 district, at the center of the 24 wards, after a month-long silence, Kamui murders 7 important government officials. Even now, he remains at large. Tadafumi Kuramochi, the Ministry of Education Supreme Advisor. Minori Sakurai, Temporary League of Nations Commander. Daizaburo Taki, former International Environment Agency Vice Minister. Collect Lab Curator Kanji Ishino, Youth Education Center. Chief Physician Tokuzen Umihara, St. Beckham University Hospital Psychiatry Department. Victoria Therapy Representative Shogo Yoshimura, and Republican Party Development Authority Chief Yoshitsune Onuki. All officials who have made great contributions to the country. And yet Kamui isn't showing any signs of slowing down. Holy hell, this guy, Kamui looks scary as hell. Kamui runs around, committing serial murders. He gets off on the reaction to these bizarre crimes. Disrupting the stability of the network, it's like old school killers been revived. Seems like punishment for the Method Tank rebellion. That's all this crazy son of a gun is. I'm guessing Kamui, or Urahara, or no, Tokio is telling us the story because it's to fill in the gap of what's happening over the time that's passed, I think.
日常に深く静かに沈む得体の知れない不安や苛立ち。世紀末の閉塞感を払拭するため、人々は犯罪者にすら救いを求めるのか。今月に入り、国家重要人物ばかりを狙う殺人が相次いだ。犯罪史上稀に見る連続殺人の容疑者とされているのは上原カムイ。未だ24区内に潜伏中のこの容疑者に対し、今さまざまな憶測や噂が飛び交っている。一部の報道によると、若者の間で上原カムイを救世主とすら呼ぶ声が高まっている。その支持熱はコンピューターネットワークから始まり、広く浸透していった。中には革命家のように捉え信奉しているグループも存在しているらしい。我々取材班は街へ出て生の声を拾ってみた。
はい、カムイについてどう思いますか？
すごくかっこいい。なんかやりたいことやってるっていうか、そういうのってちょっと憧れる、共感しちゃうなって。
何目的があるからってね、何してもいいっていうわけじゃないと思うんで、僕は反対ですね。
ちょっとなんか理解できないですね。なんか人を殺す自体なんか理想なのとか思っちゃうし、なんかよくわかんないですね。
いやー、殺人はやっぱやばいと思いますけど、目的なんかあるんですよね。その目的のために行動するという部分に関しては、ちょっとは尊敬できると思うんですけど、自分がいつも目的を持たずにダラダラしてるんで余計そう思います。
I really love the
被
interview
害者
process
は
there.
文部省最高顧問、臨時国際連盟総裁など国家重要人物7名。政治に絡んだテロリズムとも考えられる事件に一体どんな目的があるのだろうか。殺害現場には今でも花束が添えられ、悲痛さを一層醸し出している。関係者はこの事件をどう見ているのか。我々は殺害された被害者をよく知る高官のインタビューに成功した。
What the hell? Excuse me.
この犯罪史上稀に見る連続殺人は本当にたった一人の手で行われたのだろうか。犯人上原カムイはどんな人物なのか。深まるばかりの謎。その糸口を得るため、実際にカムイ本人と接触した人物から重要な話を聞くことができた。
Is that Tokio?
あったっていうか、会ってしまったという方が正しいですね。カムイという人物に興味を持てるようにはなりましたね。惹かれたということではなく、あくまで対象としてですけど、理想ですか。彼は理想のレベルを我々には到底届かないところにあえて設定したのかな。それを超えられた真の理想は養えないってカムイは考えているのかもしれないですね。でもそれはモラルとしては理解されないでしょう。人を殺すことがお前の理想なのか、ファシストかって。いい意味でも悪い意味でもそう思いますよ。彼の行動はいろんな人に注目されているし、それに少なくとも人にはできないことをやっているわけだから、そこに共感を覚える人は多いわけですよ。それを希望という人も。
上原カムイの出生地は一説ではここカムイ岬ではないかと言われている。雪に閉ざされ人影も少ないこの地で上原カムイはどのように生まれ、そして育ったのか。
Some island, I'm guessing.
上原カムイは嘲笑うかのように国家の重要人物を次々と殺していった。そしてその見えざる力は人々に伝播し、社会現象にまで発展しつつある。一体上原カムイとは何者なのか。ただの犯罪者か、それともテロリストか、世紀末のカリスマなのか。その正体は未だようとして知れない。
知らない。 Is that the end of the video, hopefully? Yes, it is. I actually love that. That's a really cool, like, sequence to show, like, sort of, like, IRL live action sort of, like, thing. I'm kind of curious if they actually brought in real people to act a certain way with the camera, where they do the interview process, and they would just try to memorize the line, like like they hired actors and actresses for that, or if they just pulled random people out on the street to say those lines, or those are actually developers of the game, and they're just pretending like they are fake people, I guess, or fake random people. All right. So we now know that these two individuals, one of them is Tetsu, the other one I don't know who the hell that is. So I'm assuming that one dude, because I see a mustache on the other dude. I don't know if it's true, but I'm gonna read him. I'm gonna read this guy as the weird southern one that I did last time, and then I'm gonna read the other one as Tetsu for now, because I think that's who they are. Because Tetsu has no mustache and he doesn't look like that, I feel like. So, but yeah, otherwise to kind of close off on my thinking of that live action footage, although it's a little bit choppy looking, I also won't speak over the Japanese because I feel like it's inappropriate to do that kind of thing. Like this game is a Japanese primary Japanese language game, and if the developers wanted it to have a full-on Japanese spoken part of it, I think it's more appropriate because it feels right to represent that way. But of course, text-based, when they're doing text stuff, it's better off for us as the player or the viewer to just kind of read it off instead, as my own voice and doing it my own way, instead of having to rely on the games, because there's no thing for the game that has anything. But otherwise, I think that's the point of these kind of things, where when, like, any future games that I play that have like a Japanese or a different like language as like the dubbing or the speaking parts, I'm probably gonna keep silent for the most part, unless I'm talking about like commentary wise or just making a snarky comment maybe a little bit, to try to maybe say something in the silence of in between dialogues. But I'll try my best to never say anything, or not never, but like I try my best not to say too much between the cutscenes. But at the same time, yes, the cutscenes are best off read on their own if they have their own stuff. Anyways, these guys are known as the Trump. This unmarked group of killers who seem to be under Kamui's care is known. Zas has a secret society on the west side, but also a secret agents on the east. But I'm wondering, maybe they're connected to this country's government. Okay, this is Tetsu, I think, because I couldn't see who's being highlighted here. The government. That's the dumbest crap I've ever heard. Just like Kamui. Another joke. Tetsu. You know, right? The mystery surrounding Kamui. The rage that's followed his appearance. Well, that's ridiculous. He's not some mythical frickin' beast. Just a criminal. Alrighty then. How else do you explain shady organizations that get desperate like Kamui? Of course, idiots like you would turn some crap bags into some kind of fantastic monster. I was about to say the word. Crap bags. It's always the crazy-ass romanticists that get the general public worked up. Can we get the sermon later? Anyway, the Trump affects your people as much as well. There are troublemakers all over the place, including your group, right? Well, yeah. I'm not interested in co-worker-related bullcrap. The TRO and CCO are called the Tech Faction and Civic Faction, respectively. So I'm trying to adjust the way he speaks to differ from Tetsu, because I feel like I've been too closely into Tetsu, leaning too much to how Tetsu speaks a little bit. The tech side works on development geared towards technology, while the civic side works to maintain the city's purity. They're each opposing organizations. I would never let this spill to the surface. And should I give a crap? Figure the rest out for yourself. This is all I can say. So you just wanted to say that, then keep the rest to yourself? I value my life, so that's all I'll say. Well, at least keep your ass out of trouble. Thanks for the goddamn fairy tale. You're welcome. I'm guessing that's Kamui, but I'm just gonna read it off as like somebody else because this doesn't look like Kamui or Samil. Excuse me? You said too much. Really now? It's just gossip. An exchange of information, you might say. Is that all you've got to say? Are you going to kill me? In that case, just a little more. I can't wait. Dying as a chatterbox isn't very cool, right? Yeah, so you should die with determination then. Farewell. Knew it. I would not be surprised if that's the case. But I'm surprised that Tetsu didn't stay long enough to protect him from getting shot. This kind of sucks. A lot. I'm assuming that was like... I feel like that was Inohana though. That's the guy who was responsible for something. Alright, I've got a few announcements. In Heinous Crime Unit 2, Samil Kodai has been dismissed. Actually, because of this, Unit 2 is finished. Kusabi, you'll be moving to Unit 1. Basically, head over to the main force of the HC unit. Got it? It's in order, right? Yes, it is. Additionally, Chief Director Kotobuki has been promoted to Deputy Commissioner, making me, Nakatagawa, your next Chief Director. Let's keep up the good work. A notice from Central. They've started an intense crime eradication campaign. Obviously, this includes dealing with Kamui. Central has doubts about the HC unit's system. So in order to help our investigators, they felt it necessary to call in a couple of experts. Let me introduce our newcomers. Mikoshiba and Natsumi. Oh, it's Natsumi! Natsumi! Oh my god, I'm happy we're getting to see Natsumi for once. Yeah, because Natsumi is one of the other people who becomes a very important character in the game of the Silver Case, or the storyline of the Silver Case, and later, a little bit later into the 25th Ward. But Natsumi is technically the one who gets very close to Kamui, I think, and she becomes sort of like one of the important people to talk to Kamui, I think, or to deal with Kamui. And I think Natsumi is an interesting character to see, nonetheless, finally. But it's so late in the game now that she's showing up. Okay, so this is a new character, two new characters, so I'm gonna speak differently with these guys now. I'm Kenta Mikoshiba. I'm a transfer from Central's External Affairs Department. Looking forward to work with you all. I'm Sakura Natsumi, formerly of the Special Forces Office. Oh, Special Forces. I forgot that office existed, because our character was from there to begin with. Looking forward to working with you all. Natsumi's father is the same Natsumi from the Special Forces unit. Oh! Natsumi as in the guy who organized us. Like, he was the captain of our group. I think you know them pretty well. Roz? He's helped me out a lot. So, Mikoshiba, you work with Kusabi. Natsumi, you work with Roz. Are we clear? And lastly, all AC unit agents are to head to the International Environment Building. We've received word that Kamui has infiltrated the premises. Lead him to the roof of the building. Don't worry about capturing him. Just make sure he doesn't hurt anyone else. That is what our division does. Dismissed. Wait, so what happened to Morishima and Hachisuka? Morikawa and Hachisuka's disappeared. What happened? I'm confused. So did they disband those two? Or dismiss those two, I guess? Or did those two just doing their own thing now? I'm so confused. I also hear some heartbeats. It's really, really intense. Oh, this is the past chief who's now upgraded to commissioner, I think. Like the highest rank of, higher rank of the whole group. Sorry, Tatsu. It's fine. I'm a positive guy. I'm forward-thinking or whatever it's called. It's going to get colder. That's not like you, old man. What's wrong? Tatsu. Yeah? Look after Natsumi's daughter for me. It'll be tough for Roz, but... You mean Sakura? Then I guess Natsumi is. He hasn't regained consciousness yet. Oh. So he's still alive. Natsumi's daughter doesn't know. The department is working in strict secrecy. But in the department, those who have encountered Kamui and lived to tell the tale are quite rare. I don't frickin' get it. Roz is the same, right? And that Morishima's reporter. Morishima. The news reporter. Tetsu. Don't dig too deep. There's no going back on this. They're going after Morikawa too. Ever since that report was leaked, the factions have been coming up to the surface. We're going to be crushed. Old man, don't talk like such a pussy. It's one of those things that can't be helped. Old man? What a joke. I've got my hands tied and I can't make a move. What did you just say? I said it can't be helped. I'm sorry. It's all FSO. I'm leaving things in your hands now. Interesting. Wait, what? Old man. I'll take care of things from here. You just rest easy. But how far involved do we have to get in this? What the hell? Why did the old chief kill himself? What? Or I'm guessing that was what happened in the past, I think. Like that was what previously happened because it's like a old footage color style of how it looked. Holy hell, dude. That's so depressing. So people are shifting around and things are just happening without our control. So Morikawa was in trouble with Hachisuka, isn't it? Dealing with Kamui. But I'm glad we have a new partner now. So we have Natsumi as Natsumi Sakura as like the person behind our movements, I guess. Alright. I will have to end it here, sadly enough. But that was a really interesting sort of like scenery so far. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Hope to see you guys in the next episode or another video of mine, and hope you guys have a great amazing day. Good night to whenever you're watching this. This is crazy. I really enjoyed it so far. Yeah, I'm just surprised Kamui escaped under that whole blackout. It's just like, that's kind of like ridiculous, but I guess it makes sense that Method Tank would probably have done that without thinking that they were going to get targeted first, or that they were going to release the very thing that they didn't want to release, technically, because they didn't like Kamui and they wanted to renew like renew themselves over Kamui's ideas and plans. So I'm assuming that they will be dead when Kamui kind of gets the opportunity to release his anger towards them, I guess. But he would also be thankful to them. He just kind of give them more time to live before killing them himself, I feel like. Or that the method tank would get crushed by Kamui's sort of influence. So it kind of sucks that Kamui's out there and we're dealing with him again. But this time he's much more bloody and violent compared to Ayame and stuff. But yeah, otherwise, let's continue this in the next episode. And we'll probably get to know Natsumi a little bit as we go on through this next episodes. Because, again, Natsumi Sakura is, like, really, really important as a character, I feel like. And she probably will be showing a lot of promise for what we need to know from her in contact with Kamui. But I'm a little bit scared, too, because I think Kamui might use her as another pushing point for the HD unit to, like, fall under, I feel like. Because I feel like Sakura will die. Because Kamui wants that, but at the same time, Kamui could also use her like Ayame did, like he did with Ayame, because he used Ayame and turned her into sort of his, I don't want to call it concubine, but it's kind of like that, like sort of his like tool basically to hash out his next future plans, I guess. And it's kind of sad to see that that's the case with Ayame, but I understood, you know, that's how it goes, I guess. Anyways, I don't know. Who knows? Otherwise, yeah, otherwise, that's pretty much it for this episode. I don't know. Right now, I'm just kind of, like, worried and confused at the same time with some stuff. But we'll probably see how things go as it goes, I guess. Otherwise, that's it for this episode. So, Roz, out.